Once upon a time, amongst the beauty of soft pink petals and pretty teacups, a princess set out to grow the most dainty and delicate natural nails in all the kingdom. For years she struggled, suffering from chipped nails to sad cuticles. She almost lost hope, thinking it was never her destiny to be adorned with long and healthy nails. That is, until fate intervened. Weakness became strength as she began to slowly understand her nails, unlocking the secrets that helped them flourish. And now, that knowledge is ready to be shared with you. Hello my lovely flowers, and welcome back to my channel. I am the Whimsical Princess, and today I wanted to share with you how I grew my natural nails and take you step by step through an easy and enchanting manicure fit for a princess. First, let's begin with a few secrets that I now swear by to have long, beautiful nails. All of these secrets are easy, affordable, and most importantly, do not require any professional tools like builder gel, dip powder, or acrylics. My first tip is to use a nail hardener. I used to think that the only way to grow long natural nails was to go to the nail salon and get professional treatment. So when I saw a video on doing Gel X nails at home, I immediately went for it. My nails did look really nice and they were growing out, but after about a year, I developed a gel allergy. Since I didn't want to invest more money into nail polish, I decided to go back to basics and get the first nail polish that I ever got, which also happened to be the most affordable, Sally Hansen Hard as Nails. I love how quick this dries, and whenever I use it, my nails feel stronger instantly. You don't have to use this one specifically, but make sure you use a nail polish that hardens the nail. The second tip is to apply the hardener along the nail edge. Before I began sealing the edges of my nails, they would often peel in layers, kind of like a flaky biscuit. The issue became even more noticeable after I moved to Florida, where the high humidity seemed to make things worse. I realized that excess moisture weakened my nails by seeping in between the layers. By applying hardener along the edges and the tip of the nail, you create a protective barrier that helps lock out moisture and prevent peeling. Which leads me to my third tip. Shape your nails into an almond or oval. Not only does it give the nails a dainty look, I've noticed when I started filing my nails consistently, it led to much less breakage. In the past, my nails would often crack on the side, almost like how you fold the corner of a page over, which would eventually rip off, destroying all my progress and growth. However, when I have rounded tips, I've noticed that my nails are less likely to catch on something or break off at the sides. You know how it's said that the strongest shape is a curve? I think that's why nails are stronger in this shape. As for the type of nail file, I can't definitively say choose one over the other. I own glass, metal, foam, you name it. I see a lot of people say that glass is the healthiest for natural nails, but personally, I haven't noticed a difference in how my nails grow using glass over others. I just use whatever I have on hand. So my advice is to get whatever you can afford and not worry too much about having the best tools. When I file, I try to file in one direction, but I often get impatient and file both directions instead. I haven't noticed any difference, so again, do what feels most comfortable to you, so that way you can stay consistent. Which leads me to one of the most important tips. Reapply your hardener and reshape your nails 1 to 2 times a week. The reason this is so important is because your nails are constantly growing, and that means they need constant maintenance. Since we aren't using builder gel or Gel X that typically last longer, we have to revamp our nails because regular nail polish fades and loses effectiveness much faster. When I used hardener or nail polish in the past, I would put it on and expect it to last weeks. And when it didn't and my nails broke off, I would be so upset and wonder why. I didn't realize when my clear polish became faded or chipped and had little wrinkles in it, that meant it wasn't doing anything for my nails. We need to have our nails protected all the time, which means when there's the first sign of wear and tear, it's important to take it off and put on a fresh coat. I typically do this every 3 to 4 days, and if I'm feeling lazy, I'll stretch it to 7, but no more than that. It may seem like a lot of maintenance, but trust me, when your nails get longer, the process becomes much more fun. I recommend doing your nails at night before you go to sleep, so you can let them dry overnight. This leads me to my next and final tip. Try to limit moisture whenever possible. We all have to wash hands and take showers, but if you're washing your hands frequently due to doing things like cooking or washing dishes, try to limit the amount of time your hands are wet by wearing gloves or having hand sanitizer. If your hands are wet too much, your nails become really bendable and weak. So whenever you can, avoid too much moisture. So now that our nails are well taken care of, let me show you how to do cute princess nails at home. When I think of princess nails, I picture soft pinks, a little sparkle, and a touch of fairy tale charm. I knew I wanted something romantic and classy while also being simple enough to do often. So, after looking through Pinterest for inspiration, I found this gorgeous French manicure with glitter tips. Now, full disclaimer, this manicure is not going to be perfect because we will be using regular nail polish, and that's okay. And I assure you, your nails will come out as lovely as can be. You will need 4 nail polishes for these nails. First, your hardener, which I like to use as a base coat. If you prefer to use an actual base coat, that is completely fine. Second, a sheer or translucent nude pink polish. I'm using this one by Ella plus Mila in the shade Bold, which you can't see on the side because it is literally the best regular nail polish I've ever used. And when it dries, it looks just like gel. Third, a shimmer shade with silver sparkles, preferably sheer as well, so if you make a mistake, it's not noticeable. I'm using the Pulled Sugar shade from the Sally Hansen Diamond Strength collection. And lastly, a quick dry top coat. I'm using the LA Colors Quick Gloss. It is very cost effective and it has worked surprisingly well for me. I will be demonstrating in the daytime, but I do recommend doing the color nail polishes at night about an hour or 2 before bed, so that way the color polishes have time overnight to dry, and in the morning applying the quick dry top coat, so that way if any mistakes happen you can just cover it up. So first, apply your base polish, let it dry fully before moving on to the colors. Next, apply 1 to 2 coats of your pinky nude and make sure to apply it in thin layers to help it dry faster. And don't forget to seal those tips. And this is the side-by-side comparison, with this being my natural nails and this being 1 coat of polish. And this is the comparison between 1 coat and 2 coats of polish. This shade is perfect for a your nails but better look. Once the pink is dry, it's time to do your glitter tips. Especially for my beginners, do not be afraid of doing French tips. I have a very simple, easy way you can do a French tip. So take your glitter shade and with the teeniest amount of polish, take the brush and just dab it like so on the nail. So no brushing required. What's good about these nails is that it's more of an ombre French tip, so we really don't have to worry about getting a really clean line. Remember to only take a tiny amount just on the end of the brush. I like to start in the middle, using the end of the brush to mark where I want my tip to roughly start, and then brush toward the end of my nail. And I continue to do this all the way around from one edge to the other, running the brush horizontally along the nail tip. If you want, you can use a paper towel edge or an old makeup brush to blend out the edge so the ombre is seamless. When you're finished, it's time to let it dry for as long as you can, preferably overnight. After drying, apply the quick dry top coat, seal your edges of course, and you're left with a dainty, feminine princess manicure that is super pretty and good for your nails. And we are finished with our princess manicure, and I am in love with the way it turned out. It has this beautiful your nails with a touch of magic and whimsy aesthetic that I simply adore. I honestly had to take a moment to bask in all the fairy tale vibes. And we can't forget to moisturize so our skin looks nice and healthy. I love my Belle-inspired fragrance moisturizer from Bath & Body Works so much that I wish it was available all year long. And just like that, your fingertips are ready to grace teacups, hold romance novels, and think quizzically about mundane things. And I want you to remember that it's not just a manicure. It's a moment that you are dedicating to yourself so you can feel like a princess in your own story. Thank you so much for spending this magical moment with me. If you enjoyed this video, I would so appreciate it if you like, subscribe, and ring that enchanted little bell. Until next time, continue to bloom and blossom, and always remember to live your own fairy tale.